everyone, my name is Linda Cullen from CraftyStampin.com, and we are going to make a card and a box out of elements from the December of 2024 Paper Pumpkin Kit. So the Paper Pumpkin Kit this month is arranged to make these 9 cards. And if you are new, Paper Pumpkin is a Stampin' Up! Subscription card service. So you get a monthly box. Mostly it's cards, but there will be a 3D item occasionally. And so this is for the APPT, a Paper Pumpkin Thing, blog hop, where we are all making alternatives from this particular box. So let's do that. So here is the card and the box that we're going to be making. So let's get started. So I will have a printout PDF. A PDF you can print out, put it that way, with all the elements you need to make this card. We're starting with some Blackberry Bliss, a couple panels of Mossy Meadow, some scrap of wild wheat, and then we're going to be using, this is the card base from the kit, a piece of Berry Burst, which is from the Neutrals DSP pack, and the die cuts from this. So we're also got some ribbon and stuff, but we'll get to that in a minute. So let's start. And I'm going to start by scoring my card base. I'm going to use a scoreboard. Score that in half. And so I'm just going to set that aside for the moment. And I have a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 square of Blackberry Bliss. And I'm going to use the exposed brick embossing folder with that. So put that aside. And get out my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I like to use a piece of, I don't even know what that is, rubber, more or less, to kind of hold it in place. This is a 3D embossing folder, so the sandwich for that is to use the number 1, the base plate. We're going to then put our paper in the embossing folder, add that, and then this is plate number 4 that goes on top, and we're going to run that through. And I always like to put my embossing folders through with the folded side first. Move this aside for a moment. And I love the busy pattern we get from that. So put this aside. So we're going to start to build our card base. And I want to cut, before we do that, let's see. So we're going to cut with our Stampin' trimmer. I want to cut like a 1/2 inch off of my DSP here. There we go. So just a string. And then I'm just going to cut the edge off, probably. Because I want to be able to use the scallop end of that. So we'll put this away. And let's put this together. So I'm going to use Seal to do this. And I'm going to start at the bottom. going to put a piece of Mossy Meadow at the bottom. And then this is this panel that we just embossed, and it's going to go over the top, but we're going to add a little decoration to the bottom. So I'm going to do that first. And so I'm going to turn that over. I'm going to add seal along the bottom. And I want a small reveal of my Designer Series paper stripe. And then I'm going to trim the ends. Oops. Okay. Now we're going to add seal at the bottom, and I'm going to do the same thing with this Mossy Meadow stripe. And then one more time with the scallops. Okay. And I'm trying to pay attention to where the scallops end. So it's here and here. You can see it, so I can cut these off. It'll kind of look like they're cut off on similar points. There we go. Okay. And now we're going to attach that to our card base. Okay, so here's that. Now, I'm going to use some ribbon. So this is the rustic stripe ribbon, and this is in Wild Wheat, and this is currently on the last chance list. So if this is something you like, which this is just gorgeous with the Blackberry Bliss, you need to get it sooner than later because it could disappear. And I'm also using Baker's Twine Essentials. The crumb cake, you could also use linen twine. So, and as a measurement, so what I'm going to do, I want this to go across like that. So now that I have it in place, add a little bit of seal just to hold this in place. There we go. So now do the same on this side. Okay, and so now what I'm going to do is just tie this end with a bow. Bow, knot either way. And then I'm going to leave the final trimming of that till the end. So there is added the ribbon. So I'm going to take a piece of wild wheat. And I'm going to take a pad. And I'm going to use the greeting Get Well Soon. This was included in the January kit. And I'm going to stamp that in Blackberry Bliss. And I'm going to take, this is the mixed label dies. These are new. They are January online exclusive. And I'm going to take this larger label and I'll put this over here. Grab a Post-it note to hold it down. And we're going to die cut that out. And bring back my Stampin' emboss machine. And this time, because we're die cutting, we use plate 1, the shim, plate 2, and 2 of the plate 3s. Mine are well worn. Well worn. Oops. There we go. And place our die cut image here. Oops. So here is my die cut greeting. And from the kit, I'm going to take pull out my die cut. And it has a couple spots, or it has one. Oops. I'll pop out this here. There we go. All right. So what I'm going to do is this is going to go here. And then I do, there we go. So I want to attach this first. So add a little seal. There we go. And then I put some dimensionals on the back. There we go. Let me grab, I got some nicer scissors for fabric. Cut an angle. Cut an angle. So now we're going to finish it off. Oops. These are really pretty gold sparkle gems that came in the kit. So we're going to use those. I'll take a pick tool. And I always try to do odd number of gems. And there we go. So that is the card. Now we can always put a white panel in here. If you wanted, you could have used a white, thick, basic white card and just put this panel on top and it would have been white on the inside. You can choose. So next, let's make the box. So for the box, there is a PDF I have a PDF with the cut and the score lines. So we're going to start with that. So here is all right, so my cut is 6 by 7 3/4, and then we are going to score this at 2, 3, 6 1/4, and 5 1/4. Oh. So 2, 3, 5 1/4, 6 1/4. I'm going to spin it. I'm going to do it at 1 and at 5. Sorry for the interruption. My video kind of died, so we're starting up again. It's hours later. Hairs and pigtail. Things are a little different. Let's continue box making. All right, so we left off where we had scored our paper according to the details on our notes. So the next thing I want to do is cut out this tab. So if you have something in it, you can grab and take it out. This is on the 2-inch side. So we want to make sure it's on here. I'm going to use Stylish Shapes, and I'm going to use the second smallest, if I can get this out of here, die. All right, so what I want to do, I put everything away. All right, so between score lines is 4 inches. So I'm just going to put this on my ruler, the 2 inches, and it's a half circle. So I'm just doing that to line it up. Grab Post-it note. Hold this down. All right. Now let's get our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and we'll cut that out. And my silicone sheet. I probably, for this, should have a silicone pad under my cutting mat, but I truly wanted it to not slide around. Okay. There we go. And just need it to run over the circle. I don't have to go all the way through. So there we go. That's out. So now we're going to cut. I take my snips and I follow this pattern. So again, here's my, so down here, I'm going to remove these tabs completely down here. Here. There's that one. And then over here we're going to cut these tabs. And then to make it easier to close, we're just going to cut a small notch out. Oops. And then I do the same over here. So cut on the score lines. And then again on to cut a notch. All right, so now I'm going to take a bone folder and we're going to fold on all our score lines and reinforce with the bone folder. If you had a small punch, you could have used a small punch for that. All right, so back here again. So you're going to put adhesive where my check marks are. But I wanted to note that the adhesives for this, we're going to put on this side for these small tabs, and then on this side for the bigger tabs. So that's why they're different colors. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to use Stampin' Seal for this tab. Okay, and then I'm going to connect it to this one here first. So, okay. So now what I want is when this piece comes up, I want these panels on the outside. So this is the front of the box. When you open the box, I want it to be the fold here with the cut in the back. This is the back of the box. This is the front of the box. So we're going to put Seal Plus here and here. There we go. And all right. So there is that. Now we're going to decorate the box. So I have first, and we're going to decorate it similar to the card. So I'm going to start with a small piece. This is, I think, 1.5 by 4, and we are going to emboss that with the exposed brick embossing folder. Here, close it, my number 4 plate, and there we go. Oh, it went sideways on me. That's okay. Not an issue. Okay, so there's my, so what I want to do is, I've got a small piece of Mossy Meadow. I have my Blackberry Bliss DSP, which we're going to cut a 1/4 inch off, like we did with the, actually 1/2 inch, for the card. So here's that. I'm taking the whole section, 6 inches. And then what got cut off in the video was I cut the 2 edges, but now I'm going to use the side here. Cut like a 1/2 inch. All right, so back. All right, so now we're going to put this together like I had put together the like we did the card. So I'm going to take the back of the embossed and I'll run a line of seal. And first I'm going to do, actually the first I'm going to do is the Blackberry Bliss DSP. And I'd say it's like a 1/16 of an inch reveal maybe. Okay, so there's that. Then more seal. We'll do the Mossy Meadow. And then a run of seal again, and the scallops edge. And there we go. And then I'm going to take my snips and cut off the ends. So same length as the embossed DSP. Okay. So then that is going to go on the front. And you know what I'm going to do before we go any further? Where did I put them? So these are like 3/4 inch Velcro. We're going to use that to close it. So I'm going to take a pick tool, and attach the scruffy one down here, and then I'm going to take and put the soft one here. Oops. Okay. All right, so there is my box and its closure. I got these on Amazon. They're 3/4 inch Velcro. Dots. You could also use magnets. All right, so now we're gonna attach this to the front. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to stamp on Wild Wheat, the hello in Blackberry Bliss. That I put away. Let's try a second one. I may have inked one. There we go. That one's better. This one needs re-inking. All right, and with that one, we're going to die cut that out. We use the mixed labels. We use the larger label die for the card, so we're going to use the little smaller one. And I'm going to line that up. Take a Post-it note. So here is our greeting. And we're going to put seal on the back of that. I'm going to put that right on the edge here. All right. So now, there we go. So we're going to punch out our die cut. And what we're going to do, this is going to come down like this. So it's going to come down like this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab a pencil. All right. Grab a pencil. I want to come down kind of like this. do it like that. Actually, no, like that. So I'm going to mark the pencil here and here. So that will be the straight line. I'll line those two up with the cutting line on my Stampin' trimmer. So that's going on the front panel. Then I use the top panel and my pencil again, and I mark here and here, and I cut again. All right. So now close this. I'm going to attach dimensionals to the back. And I'm going to attach this to the front. Now we attach dimensionals to the back of these two. All right. So this one's going on the top. Line it up here. Down, and this one's on the back. I'm going to line it up. There we go. So there is the box. Let's get a little something on the back, on the top, on the front, and we'll finish it off with some of the jewels from the kit. One. Actually, oh, that one fell off. Do a small one. And there is the box. And here's a couple of the boxes that I've made for this. And they coordinate with the cards. So this is alternative projects for the December 2025 Paper Pumpkin Kit. It is the Notes from the Heart. And this is the A Paper Pumpkin Thing blog hop. So check out everybody else's projects and sign up for a subscription to Paper Pumpkin, and you can play along with us next month. So thank you, everybody. I'm Linda, CraftyStampin.com. Bye.